Breathe in, and let the quiet of this moment settle around you. Breathe out, and release the sounds and concerns of your day. We are journeying back in time, far beyond any recorded history, to a period of profound and absolute stillness. A time before time itself. Imagine, if you will, a world without form, a universe wrapped in a blanket of perfect, starless darkness. There is no up, no down, no sun, no moon, no earth, no sky. There is only a vast, silent emptiness, a quiet potential waiting to be stirred. This is the age of Pasha Kamak, the great, uncreated darkness. There is no need to see anything here, for there is nothing to see. Instead, feel the quality of this silence. It is not an empty, lonely silence. It is a silence that is full, pregnant with all the possibilities of what could be. It is the quiet of a seed, deep in the earth, before it begins to sprout. It is the stillness of a deep, untroubled ocean, its surface a perfect, unbroken mirror of the blackness above. In this great stillness, there is no movement, no sound, no light. There is only a deep, resonant peace. A peace that is absolute, untroubled by thought or desire. Let this profound peace seep into your own being. Feel it in the space between your thoughts, in the quiet rhythm of your own breath. You are a part of this stillness, a small, quiet point of awareness in a universe at rest. There is no wind to stir the air, for there is no air. There is no water to flow, for there is no land. All the elements of creation are held in a perfect, balanced suspension. The energy of mountains, the coolness of rivers, the warmth of the sun, all are here, but they are sleeping, waiting for a call to awaken that has not yet been sounded. Let your mind drift in this gentle, formless void. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to push against. You are floating in a sea of pure potential, a place of perfect rest. The tensions in your body begin to dissolve, your muscles letting go of their grip. Your shoulders soften, your jaw unclenches. You are becoming one with the great stillness. This is the womb of the cosmos, the place from which all things will eventually emerge. It is a place of immense power, but it is a power that is held in perfect reserve. It is the power of absolute zero, of the unstruck chord, of the unpainted canvas. Feel the deep comfort in this lack of definition. There are no edges here, no boundaries. There is no need to be anything or anyone. You can simply be. A quiet, peaceful presence, resting in the heart of the great, silent mystery. This is the beginning of our story, but it is a beginning without a start. It is an eternal state of being, a perfect, unbroken peace. Let this peace be your anchor as you begin your journey into sleep. Let it cradle you, support you, and hold you safe. Breathe in the deep, resonant silence. Breathe out, and let yourself sink deeper into the quiet, formless dark. You are at the very beginning of creation, in a place of profound and perfect rest. And here, in the great stillness, you can let go of everything and simply be. Within the heart of the great silent darkness, a single point of focus begins to emerge. It is not a light, not yet. It is a place, a location within the formless void. And in this place, there is water. A vast, deep body of water, its surface as smooth as polished obsidian, its depths holding the secrets of the sleeping universe. This is Lake Titicaca. Imagine this sacred lake, not as it is today, surrounded by mountains and sky, but as it was then, a singular entity, existing alone in the profound and silent dark. It is the first thing to have form, the first concentration of potential in the vast emptiness. Its waters are cool, still, and unimaginably deep. 4 ages that cannot be measured, the lake simply is. It is the quiet heart of the cosmos, the silent witness to the endless, starless night. But now, after an eternity of stillness, something is about to change. A slow, subtle stirring begins in the deepest, most hidden part of the lake. It is not a violent movement. It is a gentle, almost imperceptible shift, like the first slow turn of a sleeper in a deep and ancient dream. A single, slow current begins to form in the abyssal depths, a current of pure consciousness. This is the first thought, the first spark of awareness in the universe. This is the awakening of Viracocha. Feel this awakening not as a sudden event, but as an infinitely slow process. Imagine a single drop of ink falling into a vast container of clear water. It hangs suspended for a moment, and then with an unhurried, graceful elegance, it begins to expand, to unfurl, to gently color the water around it. This is how the consciousness of Viracocha awakens. A slow, gentle expansion of being within the primordial waters. The stirring grows, but it remains gentle. It is the slow, rhythmic pulse of a giant, sleeping heart beginning to beat. The waters of the lake begin to move, not in waves, but in great, slow, continental swirls. The absolute stillness is broken, replaced by a deep, resonant hum, a sound that is felt more than heard. It is the sound of a great power coming into itself, of a creator God slowly, peacefully, becoming aware. Let this gentle, rhythmic pulse soothe you. It is the first lullaby of the universe, the slow, steady heartbeat of creation itself. Match your own breathing to its rhythm. A slow, deep inhale as the waters swirl inwards. A long, gentle exhale as they swirl outwards. You are breathing with the awakening of a god. The waters of Lake Titicaca are not ordinary waters. They are infused with the pure, creative essence of the cosmos. As Viracocha stirs, this essence begins to concentrate, to coalesce. The formless is beginning to take form. The thought is beginning to gather substance. Rest in this moment of gentle, powerful transition. The universe is on the cusp of a great change, but there is no hurry, no violence. It is an awakening as natural and as peaceful as the opening of a flower. The peace of the great stillness is not gone, it is simply being infused with a new quality, a quality of intention, of purpose. Let the feeling of this slow, deliberate awakening fill you. It is a reminder that all great things begin with a small, quiet stirring. A single thought, a gentle intention, can grow to shape a world. Breathe in the cool, dark essence of the sacred waters. Breathe out and release any sense of urgency, any need to rush. You are in a place of deep, patient power. The Creator is awakening, and you are here to witness it, cradled in the gentle rhythmic pulse of the primordial lake. In this safe and sacred space, allow yourself to drift deeper into rest. The slow rhythmic pulse within the depths of Lake Titicaca has now grown into a steady, powerful heartbeat. The consciousness that has been stirring for eons is now fully awake, and it is ready to rise. From the center of the vast, dark lake, the surface of the water begins to swell upwards, not in a wave, but in a smooth, gentle dome. The water parts, cascading down the sides of the rising form without a sound, and from the sacred depths emerges the creator god Viracocha. He is not a figure of terrifying power or fiery wrath. He is the embodiment of a deep and ancient peace. Picture him standing on the surface of the water, which is now as still as glass around his feet. He is tall and robed in white, the fabric seeming to be woven from solidified mist or moonlight, though neither yet exists. His hair and beard are long and the color of sea foam, and his face is noble, serene, and filled with an immeasurable gentle wisdom. His skin glows with a soft internal luminescence, the first light the universe has ever known. It is not a harsh, bright light, but a gentle, pearlescent radiance, like the light of a pearl found in the deepest part of the ocean. This soft glow pushes back the absolute darkness, creating a small, sacred circle of dim light around him. He stands for a long moment in the profound silence, his eyes closed. He is feeling the universe, tasting the quality of the stillness, acquainting himself with the state of his creation before he begins to shape it. There is no hurry in his posture, no impatience. He is a being of infinite patience, a God who understands the slow, deliberate rhythms of creation. His presence changes the atmosphere of the void. The absolute peace of the great stillness is now imbued with his own character. It is a peace that is not empty, but full of wisdom. It is a silence that is not vacant, but full of intention. The air, which is not yet air, seems to hum with his quiet, creative power. Let the image of Viracocha, in his serene majesty, fill your mind. He is a comforting presence, a figure of absolute stability and gentle strength. His soft, pearlescent light is a soothing balm, a promise of the dawn that is to come. Feel this gentle light on your own closed eyelids, a warm and reassuring glow. He opens his eyes, and they are as deep and as dark as the lake from which he came. But within their depths is a profound compassion, a loving gaze that sees not a void, but a canvas. He sees the potential for mountains and rivers, for animals and people, for life in all its myriad forms. He raises a hand, not in a gesture of command, but in a slow, thoughtful motion, as if feeling the texture of the darkness. The soft light from his body intensifies slightly, extending the circle of his influence. He is taking stock, preparing his tools, which are not of metal or wood, but are his thoughts, his words, and his will. There is a deep, resonant calm that emanates from him, a calm that says, "All is well. All will be well." Let this feeling of profound reassurance wash over you, calming any fears, soothing any anxieties. You are in the presence of the Creator, a being of infinite peace and wisdom. You are safe. As you rest here, in the gentle, luminous presence of Viracocha, feel your own inner creator begin to awaken. The part of you that is wise, that is patient, that is capable of shaping your own world with thought and intention. You are a reflection of this great, creative spirit. Breathe in the soft, pearlescent light that radiates from him. Breathe out, and let go of all your striving, all your effort. Allow yourself to be held in his peaceful, powerful presence. The work of creation is about to begin, but for now, there is only this moment of quiet, luminous peace. In this perfect, sacred calm, allow yourself to sink into a deep and untroubled sleep. Standing in the center of his circle of soft, pearlescent light, Viracocha, the Creator, begins his great work. His first creation is not of life, but of form. He is a divine artist, and he needs a canvas. With a slow, deliberate gesture, he extends his hands, and from his will, the world begins to take shape. He first creates the earth, a vast, dark expanse that stretches out from the shores of Lake Titicaca to the edges of the void. But it is not the earth as we know it, full of soil and sand. This is a world made entirely of stone. A silent, solid, monochromatic world, existing in the perpetual twilight of Viracocha's own soft glow. Imagine this process. It is not a violent, explosive creation. It is a slow, methodical unfolding. Great plains of smooth, dark basalt rise from the nothingness, their surfaces cool and solid. He thinks of mountains, and in the distance, the slow, silent forms of great peaks begin to push upwards, their jagged silhouettes stark against the dim light. There is no grinding of rock, no tectonic roar. They emerge in a profound, reverent silence, as if growing from the fabric of space itself. He envisions valleys, and the stone plains between the mountains gently depress, forming long, shadowed clefts and deep, silent gorges. He desires rivers, but there is no water to fill them yet, so he carves their beds, great winding channels of smooth, dark stone, ready to one day receive the gift of water. This is a world of pure potential, a sculpture waiting for its final details. It is a world of stark, minimalist beauty. The only colors are the infinite shades of gray and black of the stone, and the only light is the soft, pearlescent radiance of Viracocha himself, casting long, slow-moving shadows that stretch for miles. Walk with Viracocha in your mind as he moves across his new creation. His bare feet make no sound on the stone plains. He is observing his work, feeling the texture of the rock, the sweep of the valleys, the imposing presence of the silent peaks. He is like a sculptor walking around a great block of marble, seeing the form within, planning his next move with infinite care. The air, which is still not truly air, is cool and still. The silence is absolute, broken only by the faint, resonant hum of the Creator's own being. It is a silence that is deep and grounding, the silence of ancient stone and deep space. Let this feeling of profound, stony silence settle into your bones. It is a feeling of stability, of permanence, of deep, unshakable peace. The world is new, but it feels ancient, as if it has been waiting for eons to be called into existence. There is a deep comfort in the simplicity of this world. There are no distractions, no complexities. There is only the clean, honest reality of the stone. It is a world reduced to its most essential elements: form, shadow, and the quiet presence of its creator. Feel the solidness of the stone beneath your feet. It is a connection to the very foundation of existence, a grounding force that pulls away all your anxieties and worries, leaving only a sense of deep, quiet strength. Viracocha pauses at the foot of a great, newly formed mountain. He places a hand upon its flank, and in that touch, there is a communion. He is feeling the spirit of the mountain, its slow, stone consciousness. He is blessing his creation, infusing it with his own peaceful, creative essence. As you prepare to drift deeper into sleep, let the image of this silent stone world be your sanctuary. It is a place of profound rest, a world without striving or conflict. It is the perfect foundation, strong, stable, and waiting patiently for the coming of light and life. Breathe in the cool, clean scent of ancient stone. Breathe out, and release all the complexities of your day. Let yourself become as still and as peaceful as the stone mountains. You are grounded, you are stable, and you are held in the quiet, creative heart of the universe. Viracocha, the creator, walks through his silent, stone world. The mountains and valleys are in place, the great dark plains stretch out in every direction under the dim pearlescent glow of his presence. The world has form, but it is empty. It is a stage without actors. And so, the Creator decides it is time to fashion the first inhabitants. He travels to a high plateau, a vast flat expanse of dark gray stone. Here, he kneels. Not out of reverence for another, but in reverence for the act of creation itself. He is a divine artist, and he approaches his work with humility and focused intention. He reaches down and touches the stone ground. Under his gentle, powerful hands, the stone softens, becoming as pliable as wet clay. He begins to sculpt. His fingers, long and wise, move with a slow, deliberate grace. He is not rushing. Each movement is precise, infused with his deep, creative spirit. He is sculpting a race of giants. He forms their great, long limbs, their powerful torsos, their broad, impassive faces. They are beings of immense size, their forms reflecting the scale of the mountains he has just created. They are to be the guardians of this first stone world. He works in silence, his focus absolute. The only sound is the soft, whisper-like sound of his hands shaping the now malleable stone. He creates many of them, an entire race of silent stone beings, arranging them across the plateau as if they were pieces in a great cosmic game. When he is finished, he stands and observes his work. The plateau is filled with these immense gray figures. They are perfectly formed, majestic in their size and strength. But they are not alive. They are statues, frozen in the poses he has left them in. They are a people of stone, for a world of stone. Viracocha looks upon them, and he is not yet satisfied. The world is still too quiet. He decides to give them a single command, a single purpose. He raises his hand, and a low, resonant voice, the first voice to ever sound in the universe, echoes across the stone plains. "You shall live in darkness," he says, "and you shall honor me." His voice does not give them life as we know it. It gives them a kind of being. They do not move, they do not speak, they do not think. But they exist. They are aware in a slow, stony way of the darkness and of their Creator. They are a people in waiting, a silent, obedient race, standing motionless under the perpetual twilight of Viracocha's glow. For a long age, this is how the world is. A silent Creator, a silent world of stone, and a silent race of stone giants, standing in eternal, unmoving reverence. The peace is profound, the order absolute. Let the image of this silent, ordered world fill your mind. It is a world of immense, quiet power, of perfect obedience and stability. The stone giants are symbols of unwavering strength and patience. They can stand for eons without tiring, their existence a long, slow meditation in the dark. Feel the deep, grounding stillness of these stone people. They are not troubled by desires or fears. They have a single, simple purpose, and they fulfill it perfectly, just by being. Let their profound patience become your own. There is no need to rush, no need to strive. You can simply be, still and strong and peaceful. The soft, pearlescent light of Viracocha continues to illuminate the scene, casting long, unmoving shadows from the giant forms. The world is a great, silent sculpture, a masterpiece of form and shadow. As you sink deeper into rest, let go of the need for action, for movement, for speech. Embrace the peace of perfect stillness. Imagine yourself as one of these stone giants, your feet rooted in the solid earth, your mind clear and untroubled, your whole being infused with a deep, quiet strength. Breathe in the cool, silent air of the stone world. Breathe out and feel your own body become heavy, still, and deeply relaxed. You are as strong and as peaceful as the mountains, as patient and as enduring as the first people of stone. In this profound state of rest, you can let go completely and find a sleep that is deep and unshakable. An age passes in the world of stone. Viracocha, the creator, moves among his creations, his soft, pearlescent light a constant, gentle presence in the perpetual twilight. The world is ordered, silent, and stable. The stone giants stand motionless on their high plateau, fulfilling their single command, to live in darkness and to honor their creator. But the creator is a being of infinite wisdom, and as he observes his first people, a sense of dissatisfaction begins to grow within him. It is not anger, not yet. It is the quiet, discerning eye of an artist realizing that his creation, while technically perfect, lacks a certain essential quality. The giants are too large, their forms too cumbersome. Their obedience is absolute, but it is a mindless obedience, without heart, without spirit. They honor him, but they do not love him. They exist, but they do not truly live. They are a reflection of the world he has made, strong, silent, and made of stone, but they are not capable of growth, of change, of the vibrant, dynamic life he secretly envisions for his creation. His dissatisfaction grows slowly, like a gathering cloud in the dim sky. He walks among the giants, his serene face now etched with a deep, thoughtful concern. He sees that they are a dead end, a first draft that cannot be revised. They are a beautiful sculpture, but they will never be more than that. And then, a new feeling arises in the creator. It is a feeling of disappointment, which then hardens into a form of divine anger. But it is not a hot, raging anger. It is a cold, sorrowful anger, the anger of a loving father who must discipline a child, or of a master artist who must destroy a flawed work in order to begin anew. The giants, in their slow, stony consciousness, sense the shift in their creator. The gentle, pearlescent light that has been their only companion begins to intensify, to pulse with a new, dangerous energy. A deep, resonant hum fills the air, the sound of a great power gathering itself. And then, Viracocha acts. He raises his hands, and from the sky, which is not yet a sky, a great flood of water descends upon the world. It is not a cleansing rain, but a powerful, destructive deluge. The waters of Lake Titicaca rise and overflow, joining the torrent from above. The world of stone is consumed by the flood. The water crashes against the silent mountains and pours through the empty riverbeds. It surges across the high plateau where the stone giants stand. They do not move, they do not cry out. They are simply overwhelmed, their immense forms toppled and broken by the churning, irresistible force of the water. Viracocha watches as his first creation is unmade. He sees the giants, his first children, being swept away, their stone bodies ground against each other, their perfect forms shattered into a million pieces. His face is a mask of sorrowful necessity. This is not an act of malice, but an act of creative destruction. He is clearing the canvas. When the flood finally recedes, the world is changed. The broken bodies of the giants have been swept across the land, and where they have come to rest, they have become new features of the landscape. A shattered arm becomes a jagged ridge. A great, stone head becomes a lonely tor on a barren plain. The Andes Mountains are now littered with strange, man-like rock formations, the silent, eternal remnants of this first flawed race. The world is once again empty. Viracocha stands alone amidst the wreckage of his first attempt. He is not defeated. He is wiser. He has learned from his mistakes. He understands now that life cannot be born from stone alone. It needs a different medium, a different spark. And he knows that before he can create true life, he must first create light. As you rest, let this story of creative destruction be a source of comfort. It is a reminder that sometimes things must be broken down before they can be rebuilt in a better, more beautiful way. The end of one thing is always the beginning of another. Let go of any attachment to your own perceived flaws or mistakes. See them not as failures, but as lessons, as the necessary clearing of the canvas for a new and more beautiful creation. Breathe in the cool, clean air of the post-diluvian world. Breathe out and release any feelings of regret or disappointment. You are, like the world itself, ready for a new beginning. In this knowledge, find a deep and cleansing rest, a sleep that washes away the old and prepares you for the new. After the great flood has receded, Viracocha stands alone in a world reshaped by water and broken stone. The silence has returned, but it is a different silence now, one filled with the memory of destruction and the quiet promise of renewal. The Creator looks upon the dark, damp landscape and knows what his creation needs next. It needs light. He travels back to the place of his own birth, the sacred waters of Lake Titicaca. In the center of the lake is a large flat island, the Isla del Sol, the island of the sun. It is from this sacred central point that the new age will dawn. Viracocha stands on the shore of the island, his white robe stark against the dark rock. He looks out over the black, still waters of the lake, and he gathers his power. He is not creating something from nothing this time. He is calling forth a power that is already latent within the cosmos, a power that is the antithesis of the darkness that has reigned for so long. He raises his hands to the empty black sky and he speaks. His voice, resonant and full of a quiet, irresistible authority, echoes across the water. Inti, he calls. Sunday, arise. At his command, a point of impossibly bright golden light appears on the eastern horizon. It is small at first, a tiny pinprick in the eternal night. But it grows, expanding with a silent, majestic speed. It is the first sunrise. Imagine this moment. For the first time, the world is bathed in light. Not the dim, pearlescent glow of Viracocha himself, but a brilliant, warm, life-giving radiance. The light spills across the surface of Lake Titicaca, turning the black water into a sheet of molten gold. It rushes across the damp land, chasing the long, dark shadows into retreat. The light touches the high peaks of the newly formed Andes, and their stony gray slopes blush with pink and orange. It pours into the deep valleys, revealing the intricate patterns of the rock and the winding paths of the empty riverbeds. The world, which was once a monochromatic sculpture of shadow and form, is suddenly revealed in all its potential glory. Color is born into the universe. The sun, Inti, continues to rise, a perfect golden disk, climbing into the sky. It is not just a source of light, it is a source of warmth. The cool, damp air begins to warm. The moisture on the rocks begins to steam and rise as a gentle mist. The chill of the primordial darkness is finally broken. Viracocha stands and watches, his serene face illuminated by the golden light. A quiet satisfaction settles upon him. This is good. This is right. The light brings with it a new energy, a new feeling of hope and possibility. The world feels more alive, more vibrant, even though it is not yet inhabited. Let this warm golden light of the first sunrise wash over you. Feel it on your skin, a gentle, comforting warmth that soothes your muscles and calms your mind. Imagine this beautiful, life-giving light filling every cell of your body, chasing away any remaining pockets of darkness or tension. The creation of the sun is a turning point in the story of the world. It is the end of the age of darkness and the beginning of the age of light. It is a promise of life, of growth, of all the beauty that is to come. As the sun climbs higher in the sky, it reveals the world in breathtaking detail. The stark, silent beauty of the stone world is still there, but it is softened now, made more beautiful by the interplay of light and shadow. The world is ready. The stage is lit. Rest in the warmth and beauty of this first day. Let the golden light of Inti be a symbol of the light within your own heart, the light of your own consciousness. It is a light that can never be extinguished, a light that has the power to illuminate your own inner world. Breathe in the warm, clean air of the first morning. Breathe out, and let your body sink deeper into a state of warm, golden relaxation. You are bathed in the light of creation, a healing, life-giving light that will guide you into a deep and peaceful sleep. As the first day unfolds, the golden sun, Inti, makes its majestic journey across the vast, empty sky. It bathes the world of stone in a brilliant, unwavering light, its warmth gently drying the last of the floodwaters and coaxing a fine, shimmering mist from the damp earth. Viracocha, the Creator, watches this grand procession, and he is pleased. The light is good, but he, in his infinite wisdom, knows that life needs more than perpetual daylight. It needs rhythm, it needs cycles, it needs a time for rest and a time for quiet contemplation. The world needs the night. And so, as the sun begins its slow descent towards the western horizon, Viracocha once again stands on the sacred island of the sun in the heart of Lake Titicaca. He has created a counterpart to the day, and now he prepares to call it forth. As the last sliver of the golden sun disappears, casting the world in a brief, dramatic twilight of long shadows and deep orange skies, Viracocha raises his other hand. His voice, softer this time, more like a lullaby than a command, drifts across the cooling air. "Mama Killa," he whispers. "Moon, arise." From the east, where the sun had risen, a new light appears. It is not the brilliant, fiery gold of Inti, but a soft, cool, silver light. The moon, Mama Killa, begins her ascent. She is a perfect, luminous disk of pale, gentle radiance, her surface mottled with soft, gray shadows. Imagine the beauty of this first moonrise. The silver light spills across the landscape, transforming it once again. The world is not plunged back into the absolute blackness of the time before. It is bathed in a gentle, ethereal glow. The sharp edges of the mountains are softened, their stone faces seeming to shine with a gentle inner light. The waters of Lake Titicaca, which were gold under the sun, are now a vast, shimmering sheet of liquid silver. The world under the moon is a world of mystery, of magic, of quiet beauty. It is a time for rest, a time for dreams. The warmth of the day gives way to a gentle, refreshing coolness. The energy of the world shifts from active and vibrant to calm and contemplative. Viracocha looks up at the moon, his creation, and he sees that she is beautiful. But the sky around her is still a vast, empty blackness. It is a canvas that needs one final touch. He looks up at the great dark dome of the night, and he begins to scatter the stars. He does not place them in rigid, geometric patterns. He casts them out like a farmer sowing seeds, a shower of tiny glittering points of light. Some are bright and bold, shining with a fierce white light. Others are small and shy, twinkling with a delicate, distant shimmer. He creates great, swirling clouds of them, the cosmic dust that will one day be called the Milky Way, a river of light flowing across the heavens. The creation of the stars, the Titicaca, is the final act of celestial artistry. The night sky is no longer empty. It is a vast, breathtaking tapestry of silver and diamond, a spectacle of quiet, twinkling beauty that inspires awe and wonder. Lie back and gaze up at this first perfect night sky. The moon hangs serene and beautiful, a gentle guardian of the night. The stars glitter and pulse with a silent cosmic rhythm. It is a sight of profound peace and infinite depth. Let the cool, silver light of the moon wash over you. It is a healing light, a light that encourages rest and introspection. It calms the mind and soothes the spirit. Feel it gently drawing the last of the day's heat and tension from your body, leaving you cool, calm, and deeply relaxed. The gentle twinkling of the stars is a reminder of the vastness of the universe, of the infinite mystery of existence. Your own worries and concerns seem to shrink, to become as small and as distant as the farthest star. This is the first night, a sacred time of peace and rest, ordained by the Creator himself. It is a gift, a necessary counterpart to the day. It is the time when the world breathes out, when it dreams. Breathe in the cool, clean air of the first night. Breathe out, and let yourself become part of the quiet, cosmic ballet. You are a child of the sun, the moon, and the stars. You are made of the same stuff as the cosmos, and you are held in its beautiful, glittering embrace. In this perfect celestial peace, allow yourself to drift into a deep and star-filled sleep. After creating the sun, the moon, and the stars, Viracocha, the Creator, saw that the world was ready. The stage was set, the lights were in place. The great silent world of stone, now bathed in the rhythmic cycle of golden days and silver nights, was ready for its true inhabitants. It was time to create humanity. Having learned from his first attempt with the stone giants, Viracocha knew that this new race must be different. They could not be made of stone, for stone is rigid and unchanging. They needed to be made of the earth itself, of something that was soft, that was malleable, that could hold the gift of life in a more gentle vessel. He journeyed away from his birthplace at Lake Titicaca, walking across the vast, empty highlands of his creation. He traveled to a place that would one day be known as Tiwanaku, a sacred site destined to become a great center of ceremony. Here, on a wide, flat plain under the warm golden light of the sun, he knelt to begin his most important work. He reached down and touched the earth. It was not the hard, unyielding stone of the mountains, but a patch of rich, red clay, moistened by the mists that rose from the lake. It was soft, cool, and vibrant with potential. This would be the substance of his new people. With the same infinite patience and loving care he had shown in all his creations, Viracocha began to sculpt. His wise, gentle fingers worked the clay, shaping it with a tenderness that was absent in his creation of the stone giants. He was not just a sculptor now, he was a father, lovingly crafting his children. He formed the first man. He shaped his limbs, not with the immense cumbersome power of the giants, but with a graceful human proportion. He sculpted the gentle curve of his back, the strong lines of his legs, the delicate, intricate structure of his hands. He worked on the face with the utmost care, forming the soft curve of the lips, the straight line of the nose, the hollows of the eyes that would one day see the beauty of his creation. When the first man was complete, a perfect sleeping form of red clay lying on the ground, Viracocha set him aside. He then began to sculpt the first woman. He formed her with the same loving attention to detail, her shape reflecting a different kind of strength, a different kind of grace. He was creating a balanced race, a people of two halves who would complete each other. He worked for a long time, his focus absolute. He sculpted many people, of all shapes and sizes. He painted each one with unique features, giving them different faces, different heights, different characters held latent in their clay forms. He even painted clothes upon them, intricate patterns of woven garments, each one unique, for he was creating not a uniform race, but a diverse family of tribes and nations. He laid them all out on the plains of Tiwanaku, a silent, sleeping army of clay figures, their forms drying and hardening gently in the warm sun. They were beautiful. They were perfectly proportioned. They were made from the living earth itself. But they were still just clay. They lacked the final, most crucial element. They lacked life. Let the image of the Creator, kneeling on the earth, lovingly sculpting his children, be a source of deep comfort. It is a story of profound parental love, of the care and attention to detail that goes into the creation of every living thing. You too were crafted with this same loving intention. Feel the warmth of the sun on your own skin, the same sun that dried the clay forms of the first people. Feel the solidness of the earth beneath you, the same earth from which they were made. You are deeply connected to this story, to this act of creation. As you rest, let go of any feelings of imperfection. In the eyes of the Creator, you are a masterpiece. Every line, every curve, every unique feature of your being was crafted with purpose and with love. Breathe in the warm, earthy scent of the sun-baked clay. Breathe out, and let your body feel as soft and as pliable as the clay in the Creator's hands. You are ready to receive the gift of life, the gift of rest. In this state of peaceful, loving acceptance, allow yourself to sink deeper into sleep. The sun, Inti, hangs high in the sky above the plains of Tiwanaku. The great silent assembly of clay people lies upon the earth, their painted forms dry and warm. They are perfect sculptures, a testament to the Creator's artistry and love. But the final, most miraculous act of creation is yet to come. Viracocha, the Creator, stands and walks among his sleeping children. He moves with a slow, reverent grace, his gaze filled with a deep paternal affection. He has crafted their bodies from the earth. Now, he will give them a spark of his own divine essence. He will give them the gift of life. He kneels beside the first figure he created, the form of the first man. He leans in close, his serene ancient face just inches from the silent clay face. And then he breathes. It is not an ordinary breath. It is a breath of pure creative energy, a breath that carries with it the light of the stars, the wisdom of the ages, and the sacred rhythm of the cosmos. He breathes his divine essence, his kamak, into the open mouth of the clay figure. Imagine this moment. As the breath of Viracocha enters the clay form, a miracle unfolds. A soft, golden light begins to glow from within the figure's chest, a gentle, pulsing radiance. The first heart begins to beat. The clay of the chest rises and falls with the first gentle breath. The closed eyelids flutter, and then open, and for the first time, a human being looks up and sees the face of its creator. A wave of life, visible as a shimmer in the air, flows through the figure. The rigid clay softens, becoming warm, living flesh. The painted clothes become real, woven fabric. The man is no longer a sculpture. He is a living, breathing being, filled with awe and wonder. Viracocha moves to the next figure, the first woman, and he gives her the same sacred gift. He breathes his life into her, and she too awakens, her heart beginning to beat, her eyes opening to the wonder of the new world. One by one, he moves through the silent assembly, kneeling beside each figure and breathing his life into them. With each breath, another heart starts beating, another pair of lungs draws in the warm air, another soul awakens. The silence of the plains is slowly replaced by a new sound, the soft, rhythmic sound of breathing, the gentle collective sigh of a species coming to life. Let this sacred, life-giving breath be your own. As you breathe in, imagine you are drawing in the same divine energy, the same creative essence of Viracocha. Feel it filling your lungs, flowing through your body, revitalizing every cell, every fiber of your being. As you breathe out, release all that is old, all that is stagnant. You are participating in your own continuous act of creation, with every breath you take. The newly awakened people do not speak. They are filled with a profound, silent reverence. They look at their own hands, feeling the wonder of movement. They look at each other, seeing for the first time the miracle of another living being. And they look at Viracocha, their creator, their father, and their hearts are filled with a pure, uncomplicated love and gratitude. This is the birth of humanity. Not a chaotic, accidental event, but a deliberate, loving, and sacred act. Each person is a direct gift from the Creator, a vessel for His divine breath. Rest in the peace and wonder of this sacred moment. You are a child of this creation, a carrier of this divine breath. The same life force that awakened the first people is the life force that animates you now. It is a force of peace, of love, of infinite creative potential. Feel the gentle rhythmic beating of your own heart, a steady, reassuring drumbeat that connects you to this first moment of life. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your own chest, a constant reminder of the sacred gift of breath. In this state of profound peace and connection, allow yourself to drift into a deep and restorative sleep, cradled in the memory of the Creator's life-giving love. The plains of Tiwanaku are no longer silent. They are filled with a new race of people, their hearts beating with the divine life breathed into them by Viracocha. They are awake, they are alive, but they are like newborn children. They do not know who they are, or what they are meant to do. They need a teacher, a guide. And so, Viracocha begins the next phase of his great work. He will not rule over his children from a distant, celestial throne. He will walk among them. He will teach them, guide them, and set them on their path. He gathers the newly awakened people and gives them their first instructions. He divides them into groups, giving each group its own language, its own songs, its own distinct clothing. He is creating a diverse and vibrant world, a rich tapestry of different cultures. Then he commands them to go down into the earth, to travel underground through secret passages and caves, and to wait. He tells them that each group will emerge in a different place, in their designated homeland, when he calls them. They are to populate the world he has created for them. With trust and reverence, the people obey. They disappear into the earth, leaving Viracocha once again alone on the high plains. His work at Tiwanaku is done. Now, his sacred journey begins. He sets out on foot, a solitary, majestic figure walking across his vast creation. He travels north, following the path of the Andes, the great spine of the continent. His journey is a long, slow, and deliberate pilgrimage, and with every step, he brings his creation into its full glory. As he walks, he calls forth the people he created. He arrives at a deep cave, and he calls out a name. A tribe emerges from the darkness, blinking in the sunlight, and he tells them, "This is your home. Live here and prosper." He comes to a great lake, and he calls forth another nation, who make their home by its shores. He stands by a great river, and from the riverbank itself, another people emerge. He is seeding the world with humanity, each tribe emerging from a sacred place, a pacarina, which will forever connect them to the land and to their Creator. But he does not just place them on the land. He teaches them. He is the first teacher, the great civilizer. He shows them which plants are good to eat, and how to plant their seeds in the earth. He teaches them how to build houses from stone and adobe, how to weave warm cloth from the wool of the llama and alpaca, which he also creates for them. He teaches them how to live in communities, how to be good to one another, how to live in balance with the world around them. Imagine walking this sacred journey with Viracocha. The sun is warm on your back, the air is clean and crisp. You are walking through a pristine, untouched world of breathtaking beauty. You see the great snow-capped peaks of the Andes, the deep green valleys, the high wind-swept plains. The journey is slow and peaceful. There is no hurry. Each step is a meditation, a blessing upon the land. The world is awakening under the feet of its Creator. Let the feeling of this slow, purposeful journey guide you into a state of deep relaxation. Imagine the gentle, rhythmic motion of walking, a steady, calming cadence that soothes the mind and relaxes the body. You are moving forward, but it is a gentle, unhurried progress. Feel the wisdom of Viracocha's teachings seeping into your being. The lessons are simple, but profound. Live in harmony. Respect the earth. Be kind to your fellow beings. These are the foundational laws of a peaceful and happy existence. As you drift toward sleep, let go of the complexities and pressures of your own life's journey. Simplify. Return to the basic, essential truths. Find peace in the simple act of putting one foot in front of the other, of moving gently and purposefully through your own life. You are on a sacred journey, just like the Creator. Your life is a long, slow pilgrimage. There is no need to rush to the destination. The beauty and the wisdom are found in the walking itself. In this peaceful meditative state, allow yourself to walk into a deep and profound sleep. As Viracocha continues his sacred journey across the land, walking the great spine of the Andes, he is not just a silent guide. He is a teacher, and his primary tool is his voice. His voice is not loud or commanding, but it is filled with a resonant power and a deep, gentle wisdom that sinks into the hearts of his newly awakened children. The lessons he imparts are the very foundations of a harmonious civilization. He gathers the people in the shade of a great rock, or by the side of a rushing river, and he speaks to them of how to live. Look around you, his calm, steady voice would say, and the people would turn their eyes to the snow-capped peaks, the green valleys, the vast blue sky. This is Pachamama, Mother Earth. She is not yours to own. She is a gift. She provides you with food, with water, with shelter. Treat her with respect. Take only what you need. Give back to her in thanks. When you plant a seed, you are not just growing food, you are participating in her sacred cycle of life. When you build a house, you are borrowing her stones. Live in gratitude, and she will always provide for you. Let his voice be a soothing balm to your own mind. Hear these words of wisdom, not as a lecture, but as a gentle, loving reminder of your own connection to the world. Feel the truth of them resonate deep within you. A sense of gratitude for the simple gifts of the earth, the air you breathe, the water you drink, the ground that supports you. He would then teach them about each other. You are all my children, his voice would continue, soft but clear. You have different faces, different languages, different songs. This is not to divide you. It is to make the world a more beautiful and interesting place. Look at the flowers in the field. Are they all the same? No. Their different colors and shapes make the meadow beautiful. So it is with you. Honor the differences in each other. Help one another. Share your food, share your strength, share your sorrows. A single thread is weak, but many threads woven together create a cloth that is strong and warm. You are stronger together. As you listen to these words, feel a sense of warmth and connection spreading through your chest. The idea of community, of kindness, of shared humanity. Let go of any feelings of isolation or loneliness. You are part of a great human family, a beautiful tapestry of different threads. Finally, he would teach them about themselves. Within each of you, his voice would drop to a near whisper, drawing them in, is a spark of my own breath, a spark of the divine. This is your spirit. It is a light that can never be extinguished. Nurture it. Live with honor, with truth, with a good heart. Do not lie, do not steal, do not be lazy. Live in such a way that the light within you shines brightly. This is the greatest honor you can give to me, your Creator. Feel the truth of this in your own being. The recognition of your own inner light, your own inherent goodness. It is a source of infinite strength and peace. No matter what happens in the world outside, this inner light is your sanctuary, your true home. The voice of Viracocha is a voice of pure, uncomplicated wisdom. It is a lullaby of foundational truths, a soothing recitation of the principles of a good and peaceful life. It is a voice that calms all fears, that smooths away all worries, that leaves only a sense of profound peace and rightness. As you drift deeper and deeper into sleep, let the echo of this voice be your guide. Let these simple, powerful truths be the foundation of your rest. You are a child of the earth. You are a part of a human family. You carry a divine light within you. Breathe in this wisdom. Breathe out and release all that is complicated, all that is false. Rest in the simple, beautiful truths spoken by the voice of the Creator. Viracocha's long, sacred journey is nearing its end. He has walked the length of his creation, from the high altiplano to the lush valleys. He has called forth his people from their subterranean waiting places, has taught them the ways of the world, and has set them on the path to a harmonious life. Now his path leads him west, down from the great mountains, towards the vast, endless expanse of the ocean. He arrives at the coast, at the place where the land gives way to the sea. The sun, Inti, is beginning to set behind him, casting his long shadow across the sand and out over the water. The sky is a brilliant canvas of orange, pink, and purple. The waves of the Pacific Ocean, which the people have never seen before, crash upon the shore in a steady rhythmic roar. The people of the coast, whom he has just awakened, gather behind him. They are filled with awe and a little sadness, for they can sense that their creator, their teacher, is about to leave them. Viracocha turns and looks back at the land, his creation. He sees the mighty Andes, their peaks glowing in the twilight. He sees the fertile valleys where his people are beginning to build their homes. He sees the great Lake Titicaca, a distant jewel in the highlands. He sees his work, and it is good. A deep, paternal love and satisfaction fills his serene face. He then turns to the people. He does not speak of a final goodbye. His voice, carried on the sea breeze, is one of reassurance and of promise. "I have taught you all you need to know to begin," he says, his voice full of a gentle, loving authority. "The world is yours now. Live in the way I have shown you. Honor the Pachamama, honor each other, and honor the divine spark within you. If you do this, you will live in peace and prosperity." He raises a hand in a final blessing. "I am leaving now," he continues, "but I am not abandoning you. My spirit will remain in the sun that warms you, in the moon that guides you, in the earth that feeds you, and in the stars that watch over you. I am in the stone of the mountains and the water of the rivers. I will always be with you. And know this," he says, his voice taking on a tone of quiet, cosmic promise. "One day when it is needed, I will return. I will come back across these waters from the west, from the setting sun. Until then, live well, my children." With these final words, he turns his back to the land and faces the great ocean. He takes a step, and his foot does not sink into the water. He walks upon the surface of the waves as if it were solid ground. The people watch in silent, reverent awe as their creator walks away. He moves across the water, a tall, majestic figure in his white robes, walking directly into the fiery heart of the setting sun. He does not look back. He simply walks, becoming smaller and smaller, until his form merges with the light on the horizon and he is gone. The sun sinks below the waves, and the first stars begin to appear in the twilight sky. The people are alone, but they are not afraid. They are filled with a sense of peace, of purpose, and of a great enduring promise. Let this scene of departure be a source of deep comfort and peace. It is not an ending, but a transition. It is the moment a parent lets go, trusting that their child has learned all they need to know. The Creator's love and presence have not vanished, they have simply become a part of the world itself. Feel the gentle rhythmic crash of the waves on the shore. It is a sound of eternal continuity, a cosmic lullaby. Let it wash away any feelings of abandonment or fear. You are not alone. The spirit of the Creator, the spirit of life, is all around you. As you prepare to enter the deepest state of sleep, hold on to this feeling of a loving, enduring presence. The promise of a return is a promise of hope, a promise that you are always watched over, always cared for. Breathe in the fresh, salty air of the ocean. Breathe out, and let yourself be carried on the gentle tides of sleep, secure in the knowledge that you are a cherished part of a beautiful, blessed creation. The sun has set. The Creator has walked across the sea. The first night of the new age settles over the land. The people, his children, are left alone in the vast, beautiful world he has made for them. But they are not truly alone. The presence of Viracocha has not departed, it has merely changed its form. It has become the echo of his being, a resonant, living memory woven into the very fabric of creation. Lie now in the quiet of this new world and feel this enduring presence. It is in the silent, majestic strength of the Andes Mountains, which stand as eternal witnesses to his journey. Their stone forms hold the memory of his touch, the echo of his creative thought. When you feel a sense of strength and stability, of unshakable peace, you are feeling the echo of Viracocha in the mountains. It is in the life-giving warmth of the sun, Inti, as it rises each morning. The golden light that coaxes the crops from the earth and warms the faces of the people is a daily renewal of his love, a constant reminder of his gift of light and life. When you feel a sense of hope, of optimism, of the promise of a new day, you are feeling the echo of Viracocha in the sun. It is in the gentle silver light of the moon, Mama Killa, as she watches over the sleeping world. Her calm ethereal glow is a reflection of his own serene wisdom, a quiet invitation to rest, to dream, to look within. When you feel a sense of peace, of calm introspection, of the magic of the quiet hours, you are feeling the echo of Viracocha in the moon. It is in the very earth beneath you, the Pachamama. The rich soil that nourishes the seeds, the cool clay that forms the walls of the home, the solid ground that supports your every step, all of it is infused with his creative essence. When you feel grounded, supported, nurtured, you are feeling the echo of Viracocha in the earth. And most importantly, it is within you. The sacred breath of life, the Kamak, that he breathed into the first people has been passed down through all the generations. It is the gentle rhythmic beating of your own heart. It is the quiet steady flow of your own breath. The divine spark, the light he spoke of, is your own consciousness, your own capacity for love, for wisdom, for creation. As you lie here, on the edge of a deep and profound sleep, become aware of this echo within and around you. It is a constant, gentle lullaby, a universal hum of peace and rightness. The entire world is a sanctuary, created with love, and you are a cherished part of it. There is nothing to fear. There is nothing to strive for. All that is needed is to rest in this beautiful, benevolent creation, to feel the echoes of the Creator, and to know that you are home. Let the memory of this great, gentle story be your final guide into the land of dreams. A story of a Creator who did not rule with thunder and lightning, but with a quiet voice, a gentle touch, and a loving heart. A story of a world born not from chaos and violence, but from a slow, methodical, and peaceful act of divine artistry. Your own breath is the Creator's breath. Your own heartbeat is the rhythm of the cosmos. You are a living, breathing echo of Viracocha. In this profound and comforting knowledge, let go. Let go of all thought, all effort, all tension. Allow the gentle echoes of creation to carry you away into the deepest, most peaceful, most restorative sleep you have ever known.